Welcome to Cody in the Cinema. Today I wanted to show you some of my favorite covers of Western movies that I own for a few reasons. One, I really want more Western fans who are used to just watching Westerns on TV or catching clips of them on YouTube or whatever it might be, streaming services. I want some of you all to actually try buying more Westerns and having them in your collection. Owning the physical media version of a Western feels really good, and it really helps to go back and rewatch some of these in really good quality. Two, I was hoping some of you all would tell me in the comments like what you like in terms of artwork for Westerns, special editions, anything like that. I'd really appreciate it because I love collecting Western physical media. And also three, I just love talking about and sharing Westerns and movie stuff in general. So I wanted to show you some of my favorites. I love the cover of Death Rides a Horse. This is a criminally underrated Lee Van Cleef movie. It's a vengeance story about a young man who shares a relationship to Lee Van Cleef that he may not even know with one of the great Ennio Morricone soundtracks. But I just think it has that cool green, it's like, it doesn't even almost like match the theme, but it just looks really good. I love the way he's like stationed above his little buddy there, and there's like all the chaos that sort of represents that genre. Another one that actually, part of the reason I bought Destry Rides Again was because I saw the cover and really just wanted it. I love James Stewart and Marlene Dietrich just like right across from each other with her smoking and him looking inquisitive. The whole movie's kind of like that because she's always kind of the lead of the film. And if you're unfamiliar with this is a Western that really brought Dietrich back into the starlight. It helped save her career. And of course, James Stewart's great in how many Westerns, right? You definitely should check out this kind of comedic Western from the late 30s. And some people really only know Westerns from, the John Wayne era on. Remember in 1939, John Wayne started Stagecoach. And you know what? I'm going to go out of alphabetical order here. Start in Stagecoach. This both lifted John Ford and John Wayne's film careers, right? And they became the iconic duo. But I found this in a thrift store one day, a sealed VHS Stagecoach, and I love the old like goofy movie poster. I think it looks cool. Very colorful, very expressive. It's funny how we kind of gone back to this style of having the stars sometimes just listed above, but having the Stagecoach there beneath really helps set the stage for that action. This was one of John Wayne's really good roles before he became the Duke, so to speak. The story, for those of you who aren't familiar, about a stagecoach that has to deliver some riders across dangerous territory, and it's certainly one of John Wayne's best. I have several versions of this, but that's my favorite artwork. And my actual favorite cover with John Wayne, so I don't know if anybody likes this as much as I do, but this Masters of Cinema, this is a UK version with him standing alone. This to me captures that like Liberty Valance. If you remember the film where he's like that scene where he's all by himself, it really captures that for me, that feeling, that vibe. And in general, these, if you do have like a region free player and you can grab these for those of you in the United States, these Eureka sets have really good art and really good production quality all around. This is a little bit rated less highly than some of like the other parts of the Cavalry trilogy, like Fort Apache and She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. But I like the film really well in those. I think it's a really good film as well. And it's just really nice. Now, one more from my traditional Westerns pile that I really enjoy. And I've had different conversations with folks. Some hate this style. I love it. This is another Eureka one for Shane, the Alan Ladd classic about Shane riding in to the Grand Tetons and helping some farmers in the end. But anytime there's like a dropped gun in a gunfire there, always makes me really happy. The kid there sort of like idolizing Shane is really nice. And again, these Eureka discs just have great presentation on them. Also, since you don't really get a great look at Shane, it helps build that mythology of the character. But those are some of my favorites. But one I wanted to show you too. Okay, hear me out here. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is kind of a Western, kind of a horror Western. This is one of my favorite films ever. It's so good. This is the original from the 70s. But I think this might have been like my first or second 4K I ever bought. It was one of my very first ones. Who will survive and what will be left of them? If you go back and ever watch this again, it actually feels super Western. It's dry. It's kind of dirty and gritty. And there's, I think there's a dead armadillo or something. I can't remember what it is in the road. I need to go back and rewatch this. I meant to watch this last Halloween and forgot to do it somehow, even though it's one of my favorite movies. But I think the sparseness of the white with like the terror right there, it feels like a horror Western. I don't know. That's just something I thought. If you all, I really would, that'd be interesting to see if you all think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is in any way Western. I've always kind of thought it was. Another one like Tourist Trap. I think it's Chuck Connors in that one from The Rifleman. That always felt a little bit Western horror to me, but I don't know. You could split hairs there. But those are just some of my favorite pieces of physical media I own in terms of the artwork that I really like. And so if you all want to tell me in the comments some of the ones you have that you like, I'll try to check into them and see, if I want to get them or not. If you like the video today and you want to click like, that'll help grow the channel. And obviously subscribe if you haven't. I cover lots of different movie-related topics, primarily stuff about the Criterion Collection. If you've heard of that, I do try to delve into some Western stuff, obviously, because Westerns might be my favorite genre. And we'll see you next time. Cody in the Cinema.